Welcome to Club 2 episode 20 with Colchester United here on Bottoms Up, and this is probably going to be the most difficult and challenging transfer special I've ever had, and then we're going to have a season in the Championship before probably getting relegated back down to League One. It's all fun. Okay, so we're here for the end of season review first. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that sort of stuff, and let's get into the new arrivals. So Aaron Collins has been given the sign of the season. I wouldn't disagree with that. You only have to look at the average rate. He's been a top goal scorer, 22 goals, 9 assists. That's 31 goal contributions of 47 appearances. Average rate of 7.11. He's the only one of our new signings to get an average rating in the sevens. So yeah, got to be happy with him. Ryan Hedges has been good as well. Not as good as Aaron Collins. He's probably been overshadowed quite a bit by Aaron Collins, but still 17 goal contributions from 42 games is fair play. He is 33 years old, but he will be sticking around this season. Tom Pearce, as left back, he's had an in and out time of it really. He's played most games, 32 starts, but him and Ethan Bristow sort of been competing for that place on the left hand side. Ashley Maynard Brewer, as a goalkeeper, he's been pretty good for us until he lost his place back to Sharman Lowe because my assistant got all insistent on me. But he will be back in as the number one goalkeeper, at least as things stand at the moment, for the summer. Manuel Pisano, I mean, he's got 14 goals from 37 games. No assists, but he just didn't score enough goals in the league. We have a striker issue. Hopefully we've got that sorted. But yeah, he's not really what we were looking for when we got him in from Bayern Munich. I absolutely thought he was going to be a star for us. Will Armitage, Billy G, Ed Turns, they've all been pretty good. I mean, Billy G hasn't had much in terms of start. He's had no starts, but he's been quite useful from the bench. Ellis Lehane on loan from Blackburn, 8 goals, 2 assists from 38 games, just has not been good enough. Cole Brown, Christopher Shepherd, 2 young centre-backs or defenders. Well, yeah, defenders basically. Carl Brown will probably see more of him, and the same with Christopher Shepherd in the new season. And Ollie Wright as a backup goalkeeper from Maidstone. At the moment, he's going to be here for this season, but whether we get in a better backup, he's like 1.5 star goalkeeper. In terms of transfers out, Bailey Clements left, Jed Mehiels, Campton Sturridge, Accor. I don't even know who he is, to be honest. He's gone to Brackley, he's done a good job. Cameron McGeehan has left. Dixon Hodge, Arnold, Bradley, Eon Vien, and Ethan Sutcliffe. I mean, they're without clubs. They'll probably end up retiring or something, I'd imagine. The season's results, I mean, we were to fight bravely against relegation is what they initially wanted from us. And we got promoted. Second in the league, 2 points ahead of Salford in third. 7 points behind Oxford, who won the league. It's inconsistent in League One, but as long as you can put together a few wins here and there, you tend to do quite well in League One. It's very similar to League Two, but the Championship is a whole different beast, and I'm not looking forward to this season, I've got to admit. But we've done great. We've done amazing, actually, to be fair. Average attendance 61%, 6,248. Hopefully that's going to go up a lot now we're in the Championship. Moments to remember: the biggest win was a 6-1 win against Preston. Match to remember was a 4-3 Carabao Cup third round tie at Leicester. And then a goal of season was from Albie Morgan in a 2-1 win against Bolton. In terms of the finances, we've gone up on everything by competition prize money. We've gone down quite a bit on that, to be fair. No new sponsorship deals. We've sold 2,387 shirts, made 183,000 on non-domestic sales. All right, 183,000 on domestic sales. Non-domestic sales amounted to 18.31 thousand. Collins, Morgan, Sharman Lowe, Hedges and Fevrier were top shirt sales. Sharman Lowe and Fevrier will be leaving in this summer transfer window. Their contracts are up and I'm not renewing them. Main lineup, according to this, is Maynard in goal, Pearce and Egbo in the wing-back positions, Armitage and Andrews in the middle, Briggs and Mingy in midfield with Collins and Hedges out wide, Morgan in behind Pisano. Accolades, I've got a couple of Manager of the Month awards. Aaron Collins got the Fans Player of the Season. Young Player of the Season went to Cathal Hefner. I mean, he's 24 years old. I don't know how he's a young player of the season. Sign of the season, Aaron Collins. Goal of the season, Albie Morgan. Top goal scorer, Aaron Collins. Most player of the match awards, Aaron Collins. I mean, you're picking up a theme here. Aaron Collins was our player of the season. Most assists was Mandela Egbo, 12 assists. Hopefully we're not going to miss that too much. He will be leaving in the summer. Albie Morgan with the highest average rating, and Cathal Heffernan, most passes completed per 90 minutes. Record breakers, Mandela Egbo, most assists by player in the season with 12, and most player of the match awards in the season, Aaron Collins broke that record with 8. Colchester dared to dream, and thanks to a great run way back at the start of the season, their promotion dreams came true. Once Colchester got rolling early in the season, it looked hard to stop them going on to promotion. That's from Planet Football, and the Daily Star are getting involved in us now. We're going up in the world in terms of newspapers and magazines and whatever. Manager timeline, as I always do, I'll start from the beginning, and obviously this is back from when we was with Aveley. I'll just flick through the different pages, and if you want to have a look at it, feel free to pause it and have a read. Other than that, we're done with the manager timeline. So now we get into the actual training special, I suppose. Transfer special. And we'll just quickly go through these. Pre-season dates the 29th of June. Development advice summary. We know he's going to stay in with us because we want to make use of him. We have offered new contracts out, and new contracts have been given. This is our overall best 11 squad. Sharman Lowe, Edwards, Egbo, and I mean, they need to stop with this 3 at the back nonsense. We don't play that. Fevre, McGeehan, Mingy, and Landolo. Chilvers, Arnold, and Smith. I mean, we've got better players than these. Don't really know what that's all about, to be fair. Then, if we 2023, where are they now? I mean, that was quite a few years ago. I mean, we weren't even here in 2023, so none of them players matter to us. If we go to the transfers, there are a few players coming in. Some of them you may already be aware of. Christopher Hudson can play left back and right back. 2-star kind of ability with 4.5 star to 3.5 star potential, or 3.5 to 4.5 potential. We've got extensive scouting knowledge of him. We've signed him. He's going to be coming in. We'll probably play him as a fullback rather than a wing back because that's what he prefers. But yeah, he's coming in. Really happy about that one. Peter Taylor. I'm sure he used to be a manager, Leicester City or someone. In from Arsenal. We're going to be training him in this position here. Hopefully he can provide some backup to Albie Morgan. 1.5 star current with 3.5 to 4.5 star potential. Then we've got Akeem Thomas, who's going to be a striker for us. Ignore his finishing. 2 stars current ability, 4 to 5 star potential ability. Hopefully he can really shine for us. We'll probably use him as a pressing forward. And then we paid money for this man. 100,000 will be rising to 210,000. He'll be in here as a deep line playmaker, 2.5 star current ability with 4 to 5 star potential. We've got him in from Leicester City, made 2 appearances for Leicester. He's also played 29 times for Exeter. Hopefully he's going to be a good, decent player for us. If we have a look at our squad, we're looking on the tactics screen. This is basically what our first team would look like as it is now. That is not good enough. We need better players. So I'm definitely looking at what we can do in terms of just replacing. I mean, I'm looking for a quality ball-winning midfielder. Jacob Dodd could be good enough as a backup, but I really don't think he's going to be good enough as a first choice. We've got the likes of Albie Morgan that can come in there, would actually be in there ahead of Josh Smith. We've got some players here that potentially we could move on if we need to. But yeah, we've got a very little amount of money to play with. We've got £22,000 in the wage budget, £720,000 of transfer budget. I might end up moving a lot of that. Well, no, I won't because they won't allow me. This does say we're failing financial fair play for League One. We've been passing it all season. It's only literally just gone red, probably about a week ago in game. So I'm hoping that's not going to impact us. Our bank balance, though, is in the red. In terms of the actual club vision, or club information, sorry, we are 2.5 star reputation at the moment. We've got 3-star training facilities, which have just been upgraded. We've got 3-star youth facilities. I have requested for us to improve the youth recruitment. that they've said no based on the fact that our finance projection is so poor. If we have a look at that projection, I mean, in 3 years' time, we're going to be £5.5 million in the red. We need to try and do something about this. I know a lot of people will tell you that the bank balance of the club isn't your responsibility, but at the end of the day, if we go into administration, oh God, I dread to think. I don't even know what that's going to be like. So that's it for now. I'm going to whiz through till the 1st of July, and I'll bring you back then with any information on new signings or players leaving, anything like that. But in terms of the players that are going to be leaving, just so you are fully up to speed, Sharman, Lowe, Egbo, Fevre, Chilvers, Ojo, Thomas and Lahane will all be leaving the club. And we need to bring in some really good quality. And hopefully we can get some good loans from the Premier League, seeing as we're now going to be in the Championship. So it's the 12th of June and we welcome 4 new signings to the club. They've not been given great ratings by the club. C+ for these 3 and a C. Unsure about the signing, but keen to see what he can offer. Hope he can make an impact at both ends of the pitch and turn out to be a successful signing. I mean, bearing in mind, these 3 up here are all free transfers. They're on minimal amount in terms of wages, you know, 450, 275 and 475 pound a week. Ivan Vasic is probably a record signing in terms of the bottoms up series, and you know, paid 100,000 rising to 210,000 for him. But yeah, they're here. Not sure what squads they've been put in at the moment, but they've been put in the under 21s by the look of it. So we'll move them to the senior squad and make sure they're with us as we want them to be. And I do think this is going to be a season where we will be relying quite heavily on our young players because, yeah, he's already in the first team. I thought we would be. So if we go to the tactics screen and with Vlasic, if we put him in here, he would ordinarily be around there at the moment. Who's missing from there? Not really sure who's come out of there. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. Let's put him in the ball-winning midfielder role or the box-winning midfielder role. No, he wants to be a deep-line playmaker, doesn't he? So we'll swap him with Jay Mingy. And already, it's a bit of an improvement. Anyway, I am really concerned about what players we're going to be able to get in. Once players have left, our committed spending is 82,000, which means we've got 44,000 to spend on wages. That might pretty much just be 4 players, because the wages of the players we've been looking at, they're wanting between £10,000 to £13,000 a week. To put that into some sort of perspective, we've got Albie Morgan, who is on £10,000 a week as our main earner. But then you're down to 6,000, 5,000, 4,000, all that sort of stuff. We're still waiting for the ones that are meant to be leaving to leave. The 1st of July is only a few weeks away. So I will see you then for, hopefully, some trialists coming in and some transfer news. Oh my God, we've signed Bellingham. Jobe Bellingham. I mean, clearly not Jude Bellingham. He's obviously not going to be signing for Colchester. But that will definitely be part of the title of this video. Transfer special, we signed Bellingham for Colchester United. Anyway, looking at him, he looks pretty decent, to be fair. 3.5 star current ability, 4-star potential. We'll be playing him in this position here. Hopefully his star rating will improve, but we're playing there. Well, I'm looking at the deep line playmaker role, although he can do the other role of, where is he? Has he not arrived at us yet? Oh no, he's coming through on the 1st of July. So he will slot into our tactic. I mean, part of me is thinking we play him in this role here. We've got Vasic, but I might just play him here and leave Vasic there. And our central midfield will be Vasic and Bellingham, with Mingy and Briggs as able deputants and Jacob Dodd. I think that's probably a midfield set up. In terms of any other business we're doing, we did try bringing in Nathan Asimwe. He's a right back on 3.5 star kind of ability. We couldn't agree a fee with Cardiff though. That they just kept upping and upping their demands, and we just said goodbye. We'll see you later. We are trying to bring in Brooklyn Fonkeo, I'm going to go with that. I think it's probably the only time I'm going to say his name because I don't think he's going to be coming here. It's from Manchester City, 3.5-star current with 5-star potential. He'll already come in as a 3.5-star winger on support on this side, and really would look forward to having him at the club. Unfortunately, when you look at the bids that have already gone in for him, I think I've seen that Hearts have put in a bid as well. I mean, they're at least interested. I don't think we're going to get him. But at the same time, to be fair, I didn't think we was going to get Bellingham either. And we did. So let's see what happens. So we've rolled over to the new season, and I need someone to explain the finances in Football Manager to me, because we've had money come in. So obviously now our overall bank balance is in credit again now, 614,000. Our current transfer budget is 680,000 with 126,000 in the wage budget. If you look at our projections say that in 3 years' time, we're going to be losing, or we're going to be £13.93 million in the red. Okay, remember that number, in the red. When you look at FFP, which by the way is profit and sustainability now, not financial fair play, but anyway, profit loss regulations allow the club to make no more than a loss of 15 million over a 48-month period, 4 years basically. Currently, the board project the club to make a profit of 10.9 million over this period. Well, if we're going to be making a profit of 10.9 million and we're currently in the black, how are we now, according to the projection, going to be 13 million, nearly 14 million in the red? I don't understand. Then it says what the punishments are there. But yeah, if you have any idea how finances work in Football Manager, then please let me know. I mean, Charmin Lowe is now happy to stay, even though his contract, I'm pretty certain, is about to expire. Yes, it is about to expire on the 30th of June in 4 days' time. It's a bit late. I'm going to reject his request because I don't want him here. Not that it matters if I've done it or not, I'm not giving him a new contract. But yeah, let me know if you're aware of how finances work in Football Manager, because I really don't know. Carabao Cup first round draw day today, folks. Let's have a look at it. Let's see who we are going to get in the first round. It's not a competition I usually worry a great deal about, but I think now we're in the Championship, we really need to start making sure we take these competitions a bit more seriously. We don't have the Bristol Street Motors thing to worry about anymore. So this kind of does feel a bit more important now. And I'm assuming it's going to form part of our episode 1. We're not coming out of the hat yet. They're taking us all the way through. I'd like a home tie, to be fair. And if we could get one against someone quite lower down. I mean, there's not many matches left to go. But it's certainly making us wait. And there we go. We're against Championship side Hull, away from home. You don't really get much money for the Carabao Cup. It's not like the FA Cup. They can fit 25,000 in, but like I say, we don't really get a cut of that. So we'll say draw, all teams get to the end of that draw. We play Hull in the Carabao Cup first round. If we look at our fixtures for the season, we ignore the friendlies because they'll be played off camera, obviously. Our first game of the season will be away from home against Plymouth, and then we'll be away from home in the Carabao Cup first round against Hull, before then playing Bournemouth, Cardiff, Norwich and Sheffield United. Now, if we remember these teams, Plymouth, Bournemouth, Cardiff, Norwich, Sheffield United, and we look at the season preview, as things are at the moment, we are way down at the bottom, 300 to 1 to win the title. Our first game is against Plymouth, which are one of the teams that's meant to be in the relegation area. But we have Sheffield United who are here, we have Bournemouth who are here, we have Norwich who are here. This is not going to be an easy season by any stretch of the imagination. And that fixture list, that season preview right there tells you exactly how it is. If we have a look at the transfers, we've got players about to come in a couple of days' time. And the guy who I thought I was never going to have to worry about pronouncing again, Brooklyn Nonkeu, let me know if you know how to say his name, he is coming in. He will be joining us along with Bellingham. So he will be coming in on the left-hand side for us, which if we look at our tactic, means we have a bit of a problem with Aaron Collins, because if we move him up there, which is probably what we're going to have to do, he is actually better there. How have I not realised that? So he will be there. Ryan Hedges will drop out. He's a 33-year-old. We might even look towards selling him, considering we have got Kai Martin, who I think he's sticking around. Yeah, he is. He's got another year on his contract. He's got a lot of potential, Kai Martin. That's why I wanted to stick around. We've still got Kai Martin. We'll probably keep Hedges, but there is the potential that, you know, with the fact Sam Smith can play on the right as well. Yeah, let's see how the transfer window goes. But with a 4.5 star in here, another 3-star in here with Ivan Vlasic, with Jay Mingy as backup, I'm getting quite pleased with our midfield, our defensive midfield and our attacking midfield. I think it's now time to concentrate on trying to improve our strikers and especially our defence. Let's see how we get on. You know what? I'm actually starting to think we've got the makings of a pretty good team coming on here. So our new players arrived, Joe Bellingham and Fonkeo. Brooklyn, is it? Brooklyn Fonkeo. He's out injured at the moment. He's got fractured ribs. He's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks, which means he's going to miss most of pre-season, which is a real shame. But with him and Aaron Collins out wide, Albin Morgan, I think that is a really good attacking midfield three. Akeem Thomas is a young striker. We have got him being trained as a poacher. Obviously, his finishing needs to improve. He's been given additional training in terms of his finishing or shooting. I think with Bellingham and Vlasic in the midfield, bearing in mind Vlasic does have plenty of room for improvement, I think he could be a superstar for us. Looking at our defence, Tom Pearce has come in as a left back. 3.5 stars, pretty good. Hefner's 3-star. Hudson, who we've got on the right hand side, we've put him on full back, which he prefers. 5-star potential. We've put him on automatic because, again, that's what he prefers to do. I'm really happy with him. Shepherd, we know, has got oodles and oodles of potential as well. We very much have a squad that is about potential. And when I look at it at the moment, we've got, 11 here, 26 players in our squad, not including Lehane because he's leaving. I think we're probably at the stage now where we're only going to be buying if we can then move someone else on, because otherwise we'll have too many people for our squad. What does concern me is in terms of the squad registration rules, it does say we have to have 8 players trained by Colchester or trained in England for 3 years before their 21st birthday. I can't see any homegrown things on here, which does concern me. I can't imagine all these players are not trained in England. So we're just going to start ticking what would be a squad right now. And I think this is fine. I think I'm worrying over nothing. But basically we want everybody, we won't tick Dodd because we can't tick everybody. So Dodd and Kyle Brown don't need to be ticked. Billy G, Tom Pearce, we just get ticks put next to all of the others. Smith, Taylor, don't need to be. Martin does. Akeem Thomas doesn't. Ellis Lehane won't be here. And Manuel Pisano. So according to our squad size, we've reached that fine, no problems at all, which, thank God for that, because I was starting to panic. We've still got room for 4 more players. We've confirmed that selection now. We've got room for 4 more players. Looking at our finances, our committed spending is 108,000. So we've got about 17,300 left in our wage budget. And would they allow us, and they will actually let us use more from our transfer budget if need be. But yeah, I have to say, with how our squad's looking at the moment, I'm going to look for people that will come straight into the first team. And if they do come into the first team, then some of these will need to either be put down into the under-21s or sold. But yeah, at the moment, I was dreading the Championship at the start of the season. Right now, I'm starting to think that we might be able to avoid relegation. Does the season preview change? No, we're still rock bottom, but we are only 250 to 1 now, not 300 to 1. So I'm going to see if I can work some more magic, and I'll see you back here in a minute. Next new signing in, Kwesi Ademu, backup goalkeeper, fringe player who could still improve, potentially Sky Bet Championship standard. 3-star current ability with 5-star potential. He is coming in as our backup on £525 a week. He will be rising to 675 and 875 if he makes 15 and 20 appearances for us. We'll ask Briggs to show him around and welcome him in. If we have a look at our tactic with him in, Ollie Wright, who's 26 years old, we need to hire an intermediary. No, we need to get rid of him basically. So let's have a chat with him. I want to stay here and I don't think it's fair of you to ask me this. I mean, where do we go from here? Do I threaten him? If you don't leave, I don't think I'll be in a position to register you in the squad. There you go. If you have to resort to threats, you've lost. I'm not going to do it. I'm off now. Bye. Fair enough. Go into me under 21s. There you go. Leave the meeting. So he's now out of the squad anyway. He doesn't want to go anywhere, but he's off out of the squad. We did bring in a few other loaners. So Fabian Mrozek, 25-year-old Polish goalkeeper. He wouldn't get a work permit, but he would be able to get one of our ESC permits. I have offered him a contract. I'll be withdrawing it now. I don't actually need to do that. So if we just go back here, and I can't remove it, but we'll cancel it nearer the time, whatever. Kwesi Ademu now goes up here. If we compare him with Ashley Maynard Brewer, it is a drop down. However, when you look at him with 5-star potential, I've done the comparison beforehand as well, and they're the same shot stopping. He's not as good physically, and he's not as anywhere near as eccentric, but he's as quick. He's got the same mentals, better communication, better aerially, much better distribution, same shot stopping. To me, he probably will become our #1 goalkeeper, but for the time being, he's happy being back up, so we'll keep him on the bench. And yeah, that's our current new signing. Nothing else at the moment. There's not really a great deal going around. If I go into the scouting and go to scouted players, let's have a look at what we could potentially get in on loan. And really, I'm after a striker and centre-backs at the moment. So we've got this guy here, Rick Myson at Sparta Rotterdam. Well, he's actually on the transfer list, but we can't afford 1.4 million. He's wanted by Estoril. Yep, Estoril. Not a great deal in terms of negatives and whatever else. He's 6'3", reasonable heading, good jumping reach. I wonder if we could actually... No, we don't want to talk to the agent. Go away. Let's make an offer loan. They want us to pay £4,000 a week for him, plus 62,000. I don't really want to pay monthly fees for players, so I think we will cancel that one because that's not really what I'm looking at. If we look further down, I don't really want right backs. I'm happy with what we've got there. It is more central defenders or strikers. I mean, there's this guy here at Luton who's in the Champion. I mean, I'm kind of thinking if Luton are prepared to loan him out and he's not good enough for Luton, then is he actually going to be good enough for us? That is one way of looking. Same with the likes of Sheffield United. But they are teams I'm assuming have ambitions of promotion. So Zoran is 6'1", rubbish heading, not great jumping reach, 3-star current ability with 5-star potential. I mean, he's got really good positioning. He's very good at marking, reasonable tackling. I just don't think he's any better than what we've got, to be fair. If we look at the Sheffield United ones that are on here, where are they for? We've got Phil Burden as a centre-back, 6'4", 20 for jumping reach. Oh, my word. He can use both feet as well. He's strong-ish. Right, what do they want for him on loan? £8,000 a week. I'm quite happy with that. Central defender. Let's go for it. He'll be 3 stars with Phil Burden. And he prefers his right foot, but he can play both. So if we have a look at a tactic, he could be coming in for Christopher Shepherd. Either that or we move Shepherd up to here and stay with the 2 stars. I'm actually quite happy with that as a potential signing. Okay, I'll bring you back in a bit when I've got more news. And the next new signing, Bailey Hobson. Can't take credit for this. This is my director of football. He came in with an attacking midfielder, and the first thing I said to myself was, I don't want attacking midfielders, I want centre-backs. Can you please go for centre-backs? And then I had a look at him, saw his 3.5-star current and potential ability. He can play in the attacking midfield role. We'll add him to our squad list because we certainly do want him on there. Confirm that. We will ask Caffel, Heffernan, Andrews to welcome him to the club. And if we go to our tactic, I feel a bit sorry for Albie Morgan, but I thought it was going to be an improvement. So where's he 3.5 stars? Okay. Let's compare him with Albie Morgan. He's in the green, so they're the same mentally. He's not as good at defending, which doesn't really matter. He is better physically. He's the same speed. He's not quite got as good vision. He's better attacking. He's not quite as technical. They're the same aerially and the same mentally. I think we've probably got 2 players of pretty much the same quality there. So, he's 3.5 star back here. We don't play a position back there. So he can play the attacking midfield role. So basically it's between Albie Morgan and him as to who gets that role in here. But yeah, useful addition. We have paid a transfer fee for him. He did cost us, where's our transfer history? He has cost us £200,000. We've not paid transfer fees for any of these 3, but we have, if we go back, we've paid 200,000 for. So we've actually spent like over 400, nearly 500,000 pound in transfer fees. In terms of potential deals waiting to be done, Phil Burden could be coming in on loan. We're still waiting for that to happen, and we've brought in some new coaching staff and physios and all that sort of stuff. In terms of what our staffing looks like, that's where we are at the moment. Hopefully, once the new people come, the physios and that. Hopefully that will get a little bit better when the sports scientist comes in. Hopefully this will get a little bit better when the scouts and recruitment analysts come in. And when our new coach comes in, Benny McCarthy, hopefully this will improve as well. So, yeah, more work to be done. See you in a bit. So it's match day. We've done all the transfers we're probably going to do. So Phil Burden did come in on loan. We did get that transfer done. He's currently out injured. I think he's just coming back from injury. 3-star current ability, 4.5 to 3.5 star potential centre back. Really pleased to have him in. We've brought in a centre back in Henrique Sarr, 3.5 star current with 4-star potential. 23-year-old centre back, can play no nonsense centre back, wide centre back, or central defender, or ball playing defender. It's great to have him in. I'm really pleased about that. He does only like playing with his right foot though. He doesn't really have a left foot. And then Calum Nieuwenhof. Calum, Australian, available on a free transfer, 4 stars, is going straight into our midfield there as a ball-winning defender. If we look at our squad, this is selected with the main, like if we have a fully fit team, this is what we'd look like. Calum and Bellingham in the middle of the park, Pearce here. Our attacking players there, I'm really happy with this team. I think this is a team that definitely can keep us in the Championship. And I'm not looking for playoffs or promotion or anything ludicrous like that. But I absolutely believe this is a team that can keep us in the Championship. We do have a big squad. If we go to our actual squad page and highlight everybody on it, we currently have a squad of 30 players. Probably won't be a surprise that we are over our wage budget, only by like £3,160. I am trying to move players on. In terms of the squad, I've tried moving on Frankie Edwards, who's actually our club captain. I've tried moving on Kai Martin, Sam Smith. Even though Kai Martin, there's a wanted thing next to him, they only want him on loan. If they're prepared to pick up his wages, I'm happy to do that. It's only £675. We need to make a saving of 300 or 3,000. I did have an offer for Manuel Pisano coming from St Mirren. and it might be that I have to offer him out. We'll see if the agent can generate market interest. Nobody's interested now. Let's see what can happen. If we can get Manuel Pisano out the door, then we're back under the wage budget, no problem at all. Or we might have to look at someone like Jay Mingy, Ed Turns, Cathal Heffernan even. You know, one of the bigger earners will need to move out of the club. We're not gone above the 10,000, which I'm really pleased about. And in terms of pre-season, we've looked pretty good. We've won all our games. The only one we didn't win was against Amiens. Probably not the correct way to pronounce it. But Akeem Thomas has been on the score sheet a few times. He's their new striker, of course. And we've been looking pretty good in pre-season. So it is game day. If we look at the season preview again, are we still bottom? Yes, we are. And we're back to 300, or we're now 351. So in actual fact, this is saying we've done worse than what we thought we had. So I don't think we have. I think we could finish lower mid-half of the table, sort of around here, you know, 15th to 18th kind of thing. As long as we're out of the relegation spots, quite honestly, that is all that matters to me. 3 teams go down. As long as we finish 21st or above, I'm happy. Make the most of seeing us in 6th, because I don't think that's going to be a regular occurrence. Okay, so that's going to bring us to an end to this transfer special. A transfer special where we signed Bellingham. What a transfer window that is. Leave a like on the video, folks. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, all that sort of wonderful, amazing stuff. Thank you for the support on this video and this series. And I'll see you tomorrow for the first 2 games of the season.